Hello everybody and welcome back. This is game number 2 between Union Gaming and Revenge, two Peruvian teams in joinDOTA League Season 2, America Division 1. Union Gaming took game number 1 with a very stellar performance in the laning stage with a really effective roaming Shadow Demon and Wraith King. Oh god, that was difficult. And they just got snowballed out of control from there with the Slark and the TA, but Revenge will be looking to take game number 2 back here. And well, so far the band's looking very similar, but I'm not alone. Once again, Roxas is with me, and once again, a Marana after the bands that were all the same this draft. Please, save me. It's the same.
Well...
Save me.
Revenge is... Oh, is there a Wisp?
Yeah, oh, thank god it's different already.
Is there a Wisp? No, it's an AA. They don't want an AA to be against a Morph, who also... AA works quite well with Marana, but... this is different just because Revenge were the ones that got the Marana last time, so...
Yep, pretty much. And yeah, well, we do see a difference already in the Morphling and Ancient Apparition. Revenge did... it's a bit more of a late game strategy than they did have in the last game, so already kind of a change of pace, and Ancient Apparition is strong later to go along with it. And Marana, well, they could go for the Shadow Demon. It was very effective in the last game for Union, even without the Marana, so would not be surprised to see them go for it here. But they take the Visage first. And I know you're happy, but oh, you weren't watching my game earlier today with the Visage in it, were you?
Were you playing Visage?
No. I was casting it.
Oh, no, that might have been when I was going out for my...
Shadow Demon Visage Marana tri-lane lost hardcore.
Wait, what?
To a Tuskar tri-lane. He just ruined everything with a snowball. It was hilarious. It was absolutely absurd. I was like, this tri-lane's going to kick ass. And then it goes in the game like, what the hell just happened? This Tuskar just absolutely demolished everything. So we'll see if Revenge has something crazy like that up their sleeves. But
well, they aren't going to have a global strat with the Wisp Morph AA up their stream. Jesus Christ.
Indeed.
I was thinking of Morphling, man. What I was going to say, though, is the thing that worries me is that Revenge had kind of shoddy lanes last time. Even though they had a Marana, which is just arguably one of the strongest lane winners besides someone like Lich, who was banned. And Morphling really depends on having a pretty good start in the laning stage. He needs at least like a Lincoln's and Treads and maybe even his Ethereal Blade, which is kind of like 3 items really, and some people even take the detour to go for a Hand of Midas. Like, yeah, he can do decently well early just with Waveform and Adaptive Strike and having good right clicks if he's uncontested just with agility strength or agility morph, but he can be shut down really hard, and having him first picked, like, it's so ballsy to just pick up Morphling first and be like, all right, I dare you to pick 4 more heroes to counter Morphling. You can't.
Yep, pretty much. And we see the Witch Doctor pick up from Revenge after banning out the Shadow Demon, which makes sense. In the other bans, we had the Lich banned, which, I don't know, some people just like to ban Lich, some teams like to run Lich, so you ban it against them. Greedy helps the level advantage, things like that.
Dual lane mid
is a thing.
Against a Morphling with a Lich, just Morphling gets absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And then the Wisp also taken out, like you said. No Morphling, Wisp combination, and Darkseer gone as well. But the Witch Doctor, him and Ancient Apparition, the makings of what could be an aggressive tri-lane, maybe not with the Morphling, but I have seen it a couple of times recently. But one way to help Morphling is to give him a solo lane mid and then try and tie up the supports elsewhere with an aggressive lane or just by roaming effectively and giving that Morphling more of a 1v1 matchup where he's a bit more comfortable than in maybe like a 3v3 situation. So, gonna be a Brewmaster though, so that's typically your mid hero, but I also have seen some Brewmaster aggressive tri-lanes recently, so that could be pretty cool too.
Really good at making space as well. And the other thing about Witch Doctor, we actually seen him picked up a lot more recently, and I think he does very well against heroes like this that are likely to bunch up. And the counter initiations is great, because if he's not the one that's arrowed, he can heal you, he can throw out his cask, and basically like any ganks can be turned around just with 1 stun. So Union Gaming, though, they pick up a Puck, does very well against the Brewmaster, also very aggressive laner as well. Not to mention, Puck currently lanes well against Brew and Morph. So I'm liking Union Gaming's draft a bit more, same as I did last game, but I think Revenge is a little bit better set to be winning their lanes and making space for their Morph.
Yeah, they've also... I don't know if he changed his name or if he's actually just in this game and wasn't in the last one, but Smash is here, who is Revenge's best player if he's technically still on the roster. We can't really trust the stand-in thing because who the hell knows with this tag system sometimes. But Smash is the best player in Peru pretty much straight up. And if he's on Brewmaster, he can make a huge impact. Wasn't in that last game, unfortunately. They would have loved to have him on Invoker. I can say that much. They would missed him big time there. But the puck, a couple of games ago, me and Heflatv discussing the best way to shut down Brewmaster is just keep him stunned and or silenced and controlled, and just don't let him get his ultimate off or make him use it in bad situations. And Puck's a good hero for that. Wraith King as well can just set
the silence
issue.
is really good as well.
Puck has multiple ways to deal with the Brewmaster and just keep him down and not let him get his ultimate off. So definitely a good matchup there. And, well, the Bants, Shadow Fiend taken out by Revenge, and Union will go ahead and take the Nature's Prophet off the board. So, well,
Union Gaming has pretty incredible late game. Like I mentioned last game with the Rubik, Visage as well scales very well into the late game just because so much damage from the familiars as well as having just immense armor means with Gravekeeper's Cloak and items he'll build like Medallion, Mechanism, Assault Cuirass, they all just give him tons and tons of armor. So he's pretty difficult to bring down, plus Soul Assumption's very spammable, does a lot of damage in the team fights. And that's why Rubik Visage, which is so popular from Chinese scene for so long. But Tidehunter actually going to be picked up from Revenge on the Dire side, so going to be a strong offlaner for them. So it's currently looking just like a safe lane morph. Roaming supports mid Brewmaster and an offlane Tide.
They've got 4 heroes that can fight pretty well. Witch Doctor, depending on the situation, it can get either blown up or contribute a ton of the team fight, and depends on the cask bounces as well. But Ancient Apparition and Brewmaster, Tidehunter, really good team fight ultimates. Really just trying to take fights together and try and give this Morphling a lot of space to work with. And Brewmaster's, just like you said, one of the greatest space creators in the game. Tidehunter right up there as well. It's just really, really hard to try and take a fight with Ravage unless you're sure you're in the right position with perfect vision, basically.
This is the other thing, too, is Puck is very elusive and very squishy, but the stun from Ravage lasts long enough, and it's very difficult to phase shift that you can actually just burst down a Puck, and it's totally fine to be solo ravaging a Puck, especially between like the 15 to 25 minute mark, where the Puck really needs to be getting a lot done, because that hero doesn't farm. Like, yeah, Puck can farm pretty well, but you want to be hunting around, you want to be getting kills.
You farm your Blink, and then you go get kills.
Yeah. Rubik Visage, man.
So that's
the late game is here.
Going to be a core Wraith King, so about, I would say, a third or maybe a little bit less of the time, it's a core Wraith King, so we'll see how Benjaz is able to handle it this game. We saw the support Wraith King in the last game. Worked out pretty damn well, but, well, if he's up against a Tidehunter, it could be kind of annoying to deal with, but
I think this is a good audible to call, because just look at all the spells that Rubik can steal. I think they wanted to run a support Wraith King, but they were like, all right, we're going to have to run carry Wraith King, which is fine. He can still scale pretty well, and I think that Revenge is pretty cooldown dependent. They need Primal Split. They need the shotgun cooldowns from Morph. They need Ravage. If Benjaz just trades that for his ult, whatever. Not to mention they can all be stolen by Rubik. Plus, Rubik Visage, so strong in lane, so good late. And this is true dual core from UG, whereas it's Brewmaster is, yeah, he is a carry in his own right, but they really only have the Morphling, in my opinion, because Brewmaster kind of like Juggernaut and Faceless Void in a way. He's not as popular just because he depends on his ultimate so much in team fights.
Mm-hmm. And, well, we'll have to see where the Wraith King does end up. If he lanes against the Tidehunter, might be a little bit sad just because Anchor Smash just makes farming a little bit more difficult, but he'll probably have supports help, and they don't want... You want to challenge the support Wraith King and just try to limit his farm because he is a melee carry and it takes a little bit to get going. But if he's defended by the Rubik and Visage, it'll be a little bit harder. They could even... Looking at their lineup, they could potentially go aggressive and put Mirana solo safe and then Puck mid or something along those lines. They've got a couple of options there too, but we'll have to see how they actually want to put this together. They have options.
Yeah, I think that running... The reason that Rubik and Visage really fell off as far as their taste in aggressive lanes is just... wow, I didn't even say a word. It's just that their mana cost is so high. They can't really spam spells in the lane the same way that someone like Vengeful Spirit, Crystal Maiden, Lina, Shadow Demon, Leshrac, all of those supports can really do well with that. Mm-hmm. So I think UG probably want to just go safe and get both of these supports their levels and just have them roam instead. Plus, not to mention, if they do really want to be babysitting the Wraith King, that's 2 ranged supports that are going to be able to zone out the Tidehunter very well. And that's a 2-stun lane as well, with the Wraith Fire Blast. Or the Arrow, depending on whoever is there.
Yeah, pretty much. And, yeah, so we'll have to see how they do decide to lane
It's going to be a Puck mid, because Citadrol's on it. Angel. Looks like it's just going to be a Mirana offlane.
Angel's
I
usually
think.
the offlane player, but I don't know. I don't think we can call lanes based on who's playing who. It could just be a player preference as opposed to playing that hero. Maybe not the lanes so much. We'll have to see what they do. But let's just go ahead and choose the team since we're not doing a whole lot more than that right now. On the side of Union Gaming, Angel going to be taking out the Mirana, Benjaz on the Wraith King, Citadel on Puck, Rubik going to be played by Jericho, and last but not least, Zindrals on that Visage.
Yep. And team stand-in, starting with Cloister, going to be on the support Witch Doctor, 759, going to be in the offlane Tidehunter, having a beautiful face, I might add. Going solo mid as the Brewmaster, we're going to be having Smash, the star of the team, and on the support Ancient Apparition, it's going to be Masaku, and on the carry as the Morphling, we're going to have IWO.
Yep, and yeah, like I said, I really want to see Smash on this hero. I'm trying to remember how many Brewmaster games I've seen him on. He's best known for his Invoker, I would say, but I'm sure his micro does extend to the Panda or Brewmaster, so we'll see how he manages to do this game. And like I said, the Puck, going to be a bit annoying for him to deal with. We'll have to see if he can work his way around that. And looking at the lanes, well, Bench is actually just trying to chase down the Switch Doctor, but not really going to do a whole lot there. Not throwing out a stun, so looks like a defensive tri-lane so far with the Wraith King, and
I think this is the right way to play it.
it's probably the best way to do it, and Titan will have a bit of a harder time against this. And top lane, well, Ron will be a little bit careful. It does have Leap to work with. The disables, unless she gets hit by a really particularly annoying cask, she should be fine up here, I would imagine. So we'll see how it turns out.
I mean, Mirana used to be run in the offlane a lot more often whenever... Well, actually, there's a Ward War going down bottom. Cloister, he throws out the stun, and there's a DD rune, but Visage picks it up, and going to be using it to D-ward.
DD Ward.
Oh, wow. What you meant to say is DDD ward.
No, that's not what
No,
I
no,
meant to
no.
say.
It's a double damage D ward.
I know,
so
but
it's a DDD ward.
I combined it. It was a.
And if he was a girl... All right.
Oh, okay, well, let's not go into that.
All right, so
let's keep this
currently,
PG.
currently Cloister is going to be staying bottom, so maybe they're just going to be running dual lanes here. Going to be giving the Morph a little bit more levels. I think that maybe Morph and AA can't kill Mirana, but they can at least maybe zone Angel out. But they know that Tide will get absolutely nothing if he's down here by himself.
I don't think having the Witch Doctor will help him get more than nothing, to be honest, but we'll see. He's coming forward. They do have the stun and the
It's counter-initiation, though, because if Rubik and Visage come up to try to kill him, just one cask disables both.
It certainly could help, but I'd rather see him be getting pulls or something, potentially. But, well, we'll see how it turns out. Titan manages to get his level 6 and not get killed. I guess that's a victory in and of itself. We'll just have to see how it turns out. Right now, Visage content to
Jesus Christ, Angel's taking a lot of damage from Chilling Touch. He throws out the arrow, though. He actually gets Masaku, and he doesn't have a Starfall. He has a Leap, though. He thought about it, and there's a waveform. Leap away, good enough to just salve up. But bottom lane, people just hitting each other, but... Okay, I keep seeing these like icons being next to each other on the minimap, and I always just get the team fight alert button. I'm like, oh no, someone's getting killed, but nothing's actually happening. People are just
lift on the high ground. Oh, what a nice little lift there from Rubik. A Grave Chill as well, going to follow it up. Soul Assumption, some ticks getting up here. Going to try and get a little bit more damage before letting this loose so he can actually do some damage, but Tidehunter has these two gauntlets, so he's pretty tanky. Not going to go down, but clever lift, but not able to quite turn it into a kill.
Yeah, pretty good play there, and also Witch Doctor is going to be stacking these Ancients. They're planning on having him just farm those with Anchor Smash, so... Meanwhile, in the mid lane, I expected Sideraw to be doing a little bit better. He's actually 6-6 against 8-4,
so... a cold feed, but no follow-up.
But it's about even, I'd say. Sideraw has... Does he have his bottle yet? No, but Smash did get a bottle, but he has a lot of it earlier. He only got 2 branches, whereas Sideraw bought a full null. Cloister does pick up an Invis rune, spots Jericho out. Looks like... I'm not sure who they're going to be going for here. It looks like it's just going to be scouting, but Angel gets pinged up top lane, Chilling Touch is there, and just manages to leap away. So still, no action.
Trying to go on the Tidehunter here. Rubik is coming with the lift here in a second. Great Chill as well. The cask actually, just like you said, like some sort of prophet you are, but it's still not quite enough. Lift, Soul Assumption.
Kill Seal Extraordinaire.
If it's not a level 1 cask, maybe that helps, but not gonna happen. This Witch Doctor has 51 XP right now. It's pretty much just the stack lord here, I guess, is his job, unfortunately for him, because you do want some levels. You want to get that restoration. You don't want to level up cask and get to that death ward, but he's going to be a little bit poor here at the start.
I think this benefits UG a lot more than it benefits Revenge, to be totally honest, because if Mirana gets nothing and Tidehunter gets nothing, I think that favors Revenge just because Mirana needs a lot more than Tide.
They just can't kill this Mirana. She
Exactly.
Get way more aggressive.
Exactly, and if there was a Witch Doctor here, that would be a completely different story. And yeah, both of the offlaners wouldn't be getting anything, but I think that just Mirana needs more things than Tidehunter. So, Tidehunter just really needs level 6, and he can get an experience range most of the time, and if not, he can just go farm jungle later on, or whenever there's a rotation, maybe he can get something done then. But still, I think that Angel is just getting way more out of this
off. From the high ground from the Rubik. Pulling the Tidehunter up once again, and, well, this is just here. It does have level 2 Soul Assumption this time, so doing a fair bit of damage. Might actually be able to get this one this time. Level 3, 3-charge Soul Assumption. Gonna fly. Not quite enough damage. Not gonna have enough mana for a second one. Cloister coming with the cask as well.
Oh, the deny on the regen rune. Perfect from Jericho.
Yep. Does have a salve. Creep almost went for that right click on him, but not quite able to get it, so not too upset, but running pretty damn low on regen is this Tidehunter.
But still, just the fact that Cloister is down here means that he can go contest his pool. That's the only reason he's level 3. It's just because Witch Doctor's there, so.
Yep.
If we're looking at items here, it looks like Morphling might go for a Hand of Midas. He's got 1,000 gold here. The Panda, he's just got his bottle and boots. Looks like he might just be rushing the straight Blink Dagger as well as Puck, sitting on the Nolan boots. Similarly rushing a Blink, and Vinyon's definitely going to be going for this Hand of Midas, which I think is absolutely core on a carry Wraith King.
Yeah, especially when you have a free lane like this, there's really no reason not to get it. You level 1 ult, it's not useless. It'll save you once, but that's about it, because it's down for so damn long, so. The Midas really
280 seconds or something?
It's ridiculous, yeah. I think it's
260 seconds, yeah. So 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
It's a long-ass time, so getting the Midas really accelerates at level 6, especially if you start in a tri-lane. You're going to be a bit crippled for levels from having the supports around just a bit, so getting level 11 ASAP is really your priority, and he'll get that Midas very quickly here.
Yep, and his lane is completely free now. Rubik and Visage can roam, because Tidehunter has had to go ahead and retire to the jungle. At least he now has 2 points in Anchor Smash, so he can jungle okay.
Yeah, he would have loved to have level 3 maybe up here, but... Sorry, level 3 Anchor Smash to level 5, so...
I mean, he's lucky to have level 3, to be totally honest.
Yeah, he truly is. I mean, able to basically stay around. He stuck around as long as his regen let him, and then just kind of pieced out. So that's fine. And, well, I mean, they have heroes getting experience from all 3 lanes on the side of Union Gaming and only 2 on Revenge. So the longer they can keep this up, they're doing pretty good for themselves, I would say. So, like to see this Rubik. Well, Rubik
this
can
is
keep
smoked
doing
up top lane, by the way, so he's kind of hiding. I guess he's just very patiently waiting. Sideral going to pick up Illusion Rune. He does have Dream Coil in level 7, so this is usually prime time of ganking for Puck, and he pings it out. But was he spotted? I guess he was spotted by a ward that just died. Oh, never mind. No, he's not. Dream Coil is going to be used immediately. Illusion Rune as well. There's the arrow to follow up. It hits Masaku, but then there's a silence, which manages to finish up the Witch Doctor as well. But Sideral might be in trouble. He doesn't have a phase shift yet. Now he does. He has to bottle up, but Anchor Smash going to be able to secure that kill. Tidehunter really needs that money, and 2 supports just for the solo mid, I don't really think that was worth it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a really great way to not get cold feeted there, because that's what really got him killed in the end, was he did end up catching the cold feed proc, but the way he timed that phase shift, and he kind of had to the first time, I just don't think there was a way out of that for him.
I think he just needed to orb in a different direction, because he came in and he orbed aggressively just the way he was facing, but if he manages to orb back...
Oh, stun almost on Masako, but he'll get away. Ice Vortex, too strong.
Yep. But if this is what we see out of like the top Puck players like Resolution, S4, Dendy, is when they orb, they always orb towards their team. And they always make that a point. So maybe their damage is a little bit delayed, but that just means that when they phase shift, they come immediately into backup. And since there was an orb towards this direction, it was just the way he was facing, he kind of screwed himself over just because he went to a dangerous place. Either he had to stay and die, or he had to orb over there and die anyway. So
well, when you're playing without a Blink Dagger, once you get Blink, it makes it way easier to put the orb in the direction that's...
He didn't initiate with orb, though. He just walked up and Dream Coiled. So, like, it's the same as having a Blink. Because
you just don't get the best position you want. Like, he had to fire the orb towards them to do the damage with it. He couldn't just fire it backwards to do it. I don't know. Getting the Blink, you can jump onto the other side of them, use your spells, and then orb through them and then out. So... Blink just makes positioning just a lot easier in many aspects for Puck, so he'll be looking towards that. Dying does delay that, which is probably the worst part about going up there and dying like that, is it delays that Blink, so... Bit unfortunate.
And it's still going to be getting a decent time, sitting at 36 CS, just 1-1-1. Really not bad at all. Probably going to be getting this Blink around like 11 minutes or so. So Smash, he's not really... Well, actually, he's a little bit closer. He actually throws the stun, baits out the phase shift as well before doing it. And Orb's going to be there, but Smash isn't going to be able to do anything. He does have his ultimate if he wants to dive, but he's going to be getting his Blink Dagger a lot earlier just because he was farming that whole time when Puck went up and died.
He could have had it already if he wanted to, but he opted... Well, not maybe... No, it would have been done. Yeah, he opted for treads instead, which... I mean, it's fine. I mean, Puck left the lane, so he's been just kind of farming away down here. Not really too concerned about what's going on around him. Doesn't feel the need to fight quite yet, so gets those treads, and then Blink will follow soon after that.
So in the meantime, Morphling, he decided to not go for the Hand of Midas. He went ahead and finished up the treads. He's going to be going straight into a Lincoln Sphere. I think that's pretty smart. You have the late game secured. This is my general philosophy, is like if your draft is generally favored towards the late game, why take any risk getting there? Some people are like, well, if we're really good in the late game, let me go Midas. And it's like, well, let me just present the opportunity for me to lose without getting the late game is what you just told me. So I really like his choice to be going safe here and going straight for that Lincoln Sphere.
I think it's okay to go for it if you're... just the team of Union Gaming, they've shown that they want to be decently aggressive. They're not getting too much on it, but they do have a puck.
Arrow lands on the Cloister. Double Starstorm is there as well. Dead.
Yeah. But, what was I saying? Well, they have a Visage on their teams and the Rubik as well for setup, and then Wraith King can be pretty aggressive as well, so there's a lot of potential to be killed. Oh, Penjaz gets cold feet. He's like, I'm going to run at you. I don't even care. But,
getting it cold feet. Now I'm forced to walk. There's a Wraithfire Blast. Now you're surrounded by creeps, son.
Crit. Oh my god.
Crit.
What a poor son of a gun. Well, Moonlight Shadow's like, oh god, please save me.
Wow, he's surrounded by 5 heroes. He has his ult, but he's just dead.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 5 heroes, though. Just to trade for a Wraith King ultimate. He might actually just get away. He has stick charges.
Where
they only have
they
slows.
They don't have any disables. Oh my
That's
goodness.
hilarious. There's a telekinesis. He just gets away. That's 5 heroes.
That's a real kick in the ass right there. I mean, is Cask really like their only stun other than like a boulder toss from the Panda ultimate and Ravage? Like that's actually it. That's well, I don't know, Travis. You know how I feel about stuns. I love them, man. But
you love stuns.
Revenge does not love stuns. They don't
you
feel the same way that I do.
for stuns.
I do. That's certainly one way of putting it, but pretty accurate representation.
I know. You know what, man? I'm just the messenger, you know?
I know, bro, but...
So, Smash might be gone on here. He took a lot of damage from the orb, getting really greedy, but he has his ultimate. But Coil is there. He uses his ultimate right afterwards. The silence is disabled. 3 points of Waning Rift, not enough. And the Tornado going to be there, but... Wait, what?
He dispelled the Tornado himself to throw the stun. You can cancel it yourself, but not able to find it before the orb out, I guess.
He actually goes past the tower. Silence is there. Smash. He gets a mischance.
What a play.
If he had gotten that last mischance, I would have been so pissed if I was Cider Roll.
Well, early on when I said I was pretty excited to see Smash play this hero, I'm a little less excited now because he pops his ult and then gets solo killed himself instead, which is not what you typically do on Brewmaster, I'll admit. And well, without
that buys Puck the Blink Dagger as well, so
without his
4
fight,
item online in 11.5 minutes.
Without his fight right now, I mean, this tier 1 bomb's just going to go down. Without Brewmaster, I don't think they can contest this too well. They're pushing it.
They're just going to look to deny it, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much all they can do. But, well, there's a cold feat, and we got a TP
in from Tidehunter. He does not have Ravage. What? This Tidehunter is level 5 at 12 minutes?
He's been spending a lot of time not doing anything. He tried to help with that stupid kill that never happened.
Smash blinks in. Silence is there immediately, though. Angel throws a double Starstorm. Arrow misses. He has to leap away. Now there's a Drunken Haze on him as well, but Morphling comes in. He throws out the waveform into nothing, and Cider is able to get away because, well, he's a Puck. Puck's elusive, so...
Witch Doctor did find the denial.
There's a 3-man smoke with Tide, Cloister, and Mosaku. They're going to be trying to wrap around here. There's the orb being used to farm Cider. They're going to be going on to Morphling, but he's strength warping. He's totally fine. He has stick charges as well, but Angel, he gets... Oh my god, he gets blown up.
5 heroes.
That's, 5-man Dota.
Yep, that gets Tide to level 6 as well, so he has Ravage.
Farm. Oh, why can't I use my chat wheel while I'm casting? This is...
Split up and farm. Just tell him what to do.
No, I can see it, but it just doesn't show up in the spectator chat.
It's probably for the best.
It is, but come on, man.
Well, Puck trying to go ham-wise here, and has max level in Rift and Orb. Not able to find this. This is pretty brave of you, Cider Roll.
He's fine. He's Puck. He has phase shift and blink.
Oh,
I told you.
Oh.
Oh.
I love Brewmaster. He just goes up all the time. But Moonlight Shadow heading towards top lane, maybe wanting this Morphling, but he's a little too smart for that, so he'll back right off. I mean, they see the bottom, this Wraith King just completely showing that they have this Moonlight Shadow, so the Morphling comes up anyway. Gonna get hit in the face with an arrow. Strength Morph isn't on. A lot of damage being dished out, but I mean, not really enough.
Hey, buddy, I think you should buy yourself some health.
This just kind of blew his Soul Assumption a little bit early there, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was at full. I'm not sure, to be honest, but.
Speaking of Visage, what do you think he goes for here? He does have 1,200 gold. Most of the time you see Visages either they'll rush Ags, or they'll go for an early Medallion and a mech or something like that. What do you
reckon he's the mech carrier on this team, so that probably will be what he goes for. Medallion's not quite as good when you're Radiant, so I don't think that'll be his choice. Oh, smash. Blinking away from a Rubik. Not going to get lifted or anything, so.
All very calm, very careful play from everyone.
I think Mechanism is the right choice. Either Mech or Ags Rush is going to be the way he goes. Either is fine.
I don't think their team really needs a mech. Oh, by the way, Smash, he manages to not get the tower deny. He tried for it. He does have his ultimate, so he's fine, but there's a smoke up. And Tidehunter, he finally has Ravage. Can he get in range for it? He's going to be blowing it just on Angel. It doesn't even hit the Wraith King. Well, Angel, you're dead. But still, that's 3 ultimates committed just for him.
He might get the Rubik. The ult's looking like Benchess just comes right in.
Oh my god, he stole Ravage! He didn't anchor smash after Ravage. That's a big mistake from Tidehunter, but they're going to be able to get the Rubik for it anyway. But Benyaz, he has his ultimate too. He has his armlet as well. Death Ward is there. He just doesn't give a hoot. He's just going to walk in and die. Goodbye, Cloister. Siderall's going to be able to clean him up as well. Now Smash is in trouble. He's going to be going off. And now they're just going to go back to farming creeps. And that also like, buys Visage level 6.
Just walked in. Benja's like, I don't care, and starts smacking dudes around. Just short of level 11 though, so his ult is down for a long ass time. He'll have it after this creep wave, I would imagine, but bet he wishes he had that before that death.
What do you think about his choice to go Armlet into an AA?
I'm not a huge fan, but if they can win a lot of fights now with just the ridiculous damage it gives you for its price, then I guess it's okay. Not what I would have chosen against this team. I would have probably gone for BKB early.
4 people top. Benyaz, your ult's down. Goodbye, friend. Well, never mind. The arrow's actually going to be hitting after the waveform, but Paralyzing Casca is there on the Angel. He's going to be able to leap to the low ground. He has Moonlight Shadow if he really needs it, but Rubik, now he might be in trouble. What's he going to steal? Zibrals? He just steals Drunken Haze. No, he steals Chilling Touch. That's really good.
Yep, and
so this next fight with Chilling Touch is going to be great when they reinitiate.
It's so weird that I was fighting with this team on this Morphling. Oh, arrow.
Oh, it hits Cloister. I don't know if they can get him, though, but Sidral, is he going to go for it? No, he just throws out the orb. Smash is going to maybe be able to get this tower. They're going to spin the glyph, but Morphling has the replicate as well. Cutting the creep wave. Yeah, they'll be able to get the tower, but Jericho, he pulls the Morphling back. There's a Soul Assumption, gets dodged by the waveform. And they give up the tower.
Yep, they do.
Jericho's like out of mana.
Try and chase it down. Arrow, not going to hit anybody. The coil almost actually delays it long after the arrow to hit, but I will. Gonna start trying. Oh, is he gonna find an opportunity to morph strength? They need to finish this kill off. He's morphing now, and notice able to really follow up here.
And there's an Earn as well, but Smash comes in. Goodbye, Jericho. But Siderall comes in as well. You need a phase shift. Oh no, Moonlight Shadow's gonna be able to buy them the sort of time that they need. Looks like Visage, he's trying to come back here. He had a full damage bird going on to Tidehunter, but he's got a haste. He's gonna scurry away. In the meantime, bottom lane, we just have a farming Wraith King.
Yep, and I mean, he did die top, so he just kind of goes bottom. He's like, I had my ult down, I'm going to go farm team. But yeah, it was really, this whole thing kind of started when he just was farming way too aggressively with a lot of heroes off the map. That was a little bit bold of him to be doing with no second life for like 180 seconds. So not really sure what his thought process was there. But, well, now let me take a look at some net worth stuff. He is the leader in net worth, but after some of these fights, we see Revenge climbing back into it. Only a 3,000 gold deficit. XP 3,000 as well, so this game's still pretty damn close. Unigaming looked like they were starting to build a bit of a lead, but, well, Benjaz keeps dying, so that's not going to be too good. Smash starting to find some kills without even his ultimate. His ultimate was like the least effective part of his game so far. He's finding a lot more with just blink claps and helping his team in that way.
Yeah, absolutely, but I think the biggest disparity here is just between the supports. If we look at Rubik, he's got his boots, what does he have coming on the courier? Just some wart, or just a bracer. But Visage is free to rush Ags, and Rubik is going to be playing kind of hard support here for a little bit, and the damage from those birds in a team fight, especially if they're used well, which I'm just going to assume that they will be, are incredible against squishy heroes such as AA as well as the Witch Doctor. Not to mention, if Witch Doctor is channeling his ultimate and they aren't hitting on the birds, he can interrupt those. Plus, or he can just kill Cloyster while he's channeling it, and he has to make the choice of like, do I stop channeling this or do I die? Which is a big teamfight utility in its own right that they're kind of negating. So, and he's been right on with the stuns as well. And Brewmasters, they're worried here, I guess, because he's going in for a Necro Book. I do not know why he's doing that.
It's an interesting choice. A lot of people have been going for the Aghanim straight after, but, well, maybe they just want some more physical damage. Right now, as far as right clicks, I mean, Morphling's pretty much it, and then I guess there's physical damage from the Death Ward as well. But the Necros will help them take some towers down a little bit faster, I guess. Tanks up. It's just not a common item on Brewmaster. We just almost always...
Unless he's going for an Ags and a Basher. Like, I don't know what else this becomes.
I mean, he's got a Belt of Strength and a Staff Wizardry. He's going Necrobook. There's
I know.
No
I'm just trying to... I'm lighten the mood, okay? In the meantime, bottom does go down. There's no glyph. They're still trying to get top, and they decided they're just going to finally kill Morphling. But Smash, he TP'd in. Claps as well. Ultimate's there as well. There was more TP support coming in. Ice Blast from downtown. Benyaz is going to go down, but he does have his ultimate, so it's going to be used immediately. Cloyster, goodbye, friend. Soul Something's going to be able to finish him off. Morphling does buy back, and he TP's in. He has a waveform, but Benyaz has his armlet. He's really hard to kill if he doesn't have the Ice Blast. Citadel manages to get a kill on the Morphling. He dies back. Smash looks like he's going to go down as well. Tidehunter comes in with a Ravage, but he's a day late and $1 short. Stealing a phrase from AC there, but now he's going to be going down. He's in the middle of 4 heroes, trying to go after the Visage here, but
he's just
way
manning up
too
on
tanky. He's just manning up. He lasts for a long time before he dies. So a 4-for-1 and a dieback there. Masaku, the only one that's able to survive.
I have no idea why Morphling buys back there. I just don't. That made that fight way worse for them than it was. Like, I mean, losing that fight's not the worst damage in the world. Losing Smash, sure, it's bad. Losing Morphling once really, really sucks too. But losing the buyback money as well when you really need him, like, the other 4 heroes are picked to get him money. So,
Dagon Puck.
Dagon Puck, it's pretty good, man.
It's gonna, he'll be able to Dagon those Necros.
Gotta hurt yourself sometimes too. But, I mean, it'll help just kill off some of these low health heroes very, very quickly. And
With the burst from Visage and Puck alone, I think that they can solo kill almost anyone. Especially in a team fight. If they just want to isolate someone and pick them off right away, such as one of the supports, or even Tide. Well, actually, Shadowraw, he tries to go on the Cloyster, but then he runs into 3 heroes. He's going to be able to not orb out. He gets Drunken Haze as well, but Cloyster's going to be able to heal himself. There's no... I mean, Adaptive Strike's on level 1. They can't really...
Just do it. Go ahead. Go on 4 heroes. No, what a coward. But,
oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh, no, yes, there we go.
Of Dunkin'
Good
Dota?
effort. Good effort. He silenced that guy. Showed him his balls.
He almost got the Courier. 4 HP on the Courier. Adaptive Strike does literally nothing.
Revenge going for this Roche with Gush. I mean, this gets a little bit faster, I guess, but...
I mean, they have the Necro books, but...
It's just, I mean, it's Necro
This
1,
dewarding
right?
has attracted the Radiant team.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a very, very ambitious Roche, and they're just going to leave. There's really no way they can take this right now, I don't think.
You can also kill the Necros just with your Visage
Angel
Bird.
just eating it. But
Angel's a man's man. Man.
He wants that golden XP, man, but also the bird's fed as well, so just... Minion feeds both way. Arrow gonna nail Morphling right in the face, but... Not ready to jump in quite yet, but I mean, they have
Puck
all the
doesn't
time...
have Dream Coil, so this is okay, but I think it'll take maybe 20 seconds for them to kill this Roche.
Union Gaming can go home, make up a plan on a whiteboard, and then come back and then take this fight if they want to. I'm kind of kidding, because it's going to be down a little bit.
Puck's going to go for the steal, I think. Yeah, Puck's going to have Dream Coil by the time his fight is done. Drop the TP as well, going to be going for the Snatch.
And, well, slowest
They
Roche ever.
completely overstayed their welcome here. Benyaz has a DD now. Dream Coil comes in. Dagon immediately. There's the Rubik. Oh, he stole Ravage again! Stop letting it get stolen, man. Use Anchor Smash. But anyway, now this fight's going to be going completely awry for Revenge. Tidehunter's on the ropes as well. Moonlight Shadow is there, so they don't know where they're going to kill him from. But, wow, this is...
Cloyster going to get an arrow on the backside, too, so he's dead. That's a team at minus AA, but AA split pushing the tier 2 top.
He's just firing Ice Blast from downtown. That's his job.
He did his job, but no one else seems to be able to do theirs at this point. And a tower, potentially a Roche as well if they want to go back for it. It's decently low. They nail it with the arrow. Considering how long they were in there, it's only just a touch below half health. Oh, God. And, like, why... What in the world made them think that that was a good idea to go for that Roche? Oh, Citadel getting patched.
Oh my God, he's gonna get Ice Blast. Oh! Angel might die too.
Oh, Smash going for the big play here. He still has his ultimate. Wasn't able to pop it in the last fight. Maybe gonna try and turn this around, but Benjaz has his ult too. The Roche pretty damn low.
I don't know. He's kind of fighting their whole team. Morph is back as well. And they're
just like, give me this Roche, I need another life.
Take it. You don't have a slot. Morphling picks it up though, and he's gonna be able to kill Binyaz. That's the end of his ult. Oh my god, the crit. But that's gonna be it.
Well, both teams trying to make the worst decisions they can in the Roche pit.
I just don't know what's going on.
That puck is just like, he got bashed the first time, it's like, oh no, you're kidding me. Got bashed again, it's like, oh, you're kidding me again. But oh.
This is Chad's Ags though, by the way, but he is feeding.
He's also dead.
But he has Ags, I'm just saying. Dude, just you hit R and then you hit E. Like, don't let Rubik steal Ravage 3 times.
Yeah, I have no answer to that. But hey, man, he's still split pushing. He doesn't care. He found that kill. He's
like Rubik like
basically Invoker.
Rubik should not be able to steal Ravage unless Tidehunter gets like stunned immediately, which like, he just hasn't been. He's just been ravaging and then right-clicking bros.
Soku, your split pushing days are over, friend. But yeah, Jericho, like, he's doing this without any mobility items. He has Arcanes and a Magic Wand. It's not like he has a Blink Dagger or a Force Staff to get in there out of the Ravage range and grab it. It's just, he's not... I have no idea how he's pulling this off, to be honest, with level 1 spell steal. But
he's also got Ravage still, like, and it's off cooldown in 20 seconds. They're gonna look to take a fight with this Morphling. He gets his Linken's popped. There's a replicate of the Wraith King. Wraith King is kicking Wraith King's ass.
He tends to do that, man. It's got the armlet on.
Dude, that's the worst when you're playing a hero like Anti-Mage, for instance. When there's an illusion of you, you're like, ow, I hurt. Stop hitting me.
Takes your mana away. You're like, oh, come on, me. Stop doing that. I
thought
we were brothers.
I thought we were brothers. Oh, man.
Well, Morphling is an Aegis now, so that's kind of cool, I guess.
I mean, what are they going to do with it besides wait and... I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, alright, we haven't looked at the graphs in a while, so I'm going to look at the graphs.
I don't even care about the graphs. Just think about the team fights. The way the team fights been going, it doesn't matter the farm, I think.
Oh, nice blast. Going into Angel, no follow-up, so just get wrecked, I guess. Gold lead, about 5k for Union. XP, about 5k as well, so still not able... I mean, they show signs of taking this game over, but then they throw it away a little bit, and I mean, it's still climbing roughly, but both teams making a lot of mistakes, and some are instances at the same time, but mostly kind of just some slight miscalculations. So we'll have to see who makes the biggest one, kind of, I guess.
I mean, I think that the thing is, Morphling's going to be able to have part of his shotgun pretty soon, and AA is going to be close to the Aghanims. Not to mention, Wraith King has some Molnir done, so now he's going to be really difficult to focus in fights, because you can't really ignore him either. Normally you don't see Wraith King doing this much damage early on because of the armlet, as well as having the crit chance and the levels that he has. So he's going to have his ultimate, and he's going to have a Molnir, which is going to be doing a lot of damage in the fights. And Visage, we haven't gotten to really see it in action, but this Aghanims is going to be doing tons and tons of work. And Mirana hasn't even built damage yet. And they're winning the fights that they are, with Rubik having no mobility items. So I'm really favoring UG as this game goes on, even though Revenge, if you would look at it on the surface, would say they definitely have the better late game, quote-unquote.
Late game hero, but I think UG has the most space to grow, potentially. It kind of depends. I mean, it's going to be a Morphling versus the world, in a sense, so we'll see how well he can handle that responsibility going forward. It's
just, I mean, at least there's not like a Doom or anything,
yeah.
But being the only damage dealer when all you've built is Linken's and you're going to build another item probably before you start building real damage, it's going to be really, really hard to take any fights, because who do you focus down? If you focus the puck, like, well, actually, I don't know what they were doing there. Necrobooks were dewarding.
Necrocraze, man. That's 200 gold from Mirana. She's alright with that.
She should get a defusal, man.
I don't know about
that. Dude, you just purge those creeps right away, and then every charge you use buys you another set of charges.
Wowzer.
Dude, come on. Hold on a second. You have 8 charges, right? So that's 1,600 gold, and it costs 850 for a recipe. So yeah, man. You only have to use half of those on Necro minions.
She should probably get some damage, but I guess that is damage. So,
dude, defusal is damage. Are you kidding me? The slow against Tidehunter and Gru? I mean, those are low mana heroes.
We'll see what she goes for. She'll probably want to get an MKB at some point here just because of Brewmaster. But, Brewmaster blink clap. Gonna try and find out this puck, but instead you should silence immediately in the stun.
God, the Molnir's doing so much work. Alright, use Anchor Smash. Oh my god!
That was that was almost perfect timing from Rubik there. Like, I think he's just really spot on with his timing, but
I know, but
Doesn't really
still.
matter. Brewmaster ulti's going to help him find maybe another kill on Benjaz here. His ult is down now. Can actually finish this kill off. He's so tanky with the armlet. He's still alive. Are you kidding me? Smash comes back, but we'll finally find the kill. Visage does clean up the Brewmaster, though, and Benjaz is so tanky. Courier,
Courier.
also going to go down. Casual throw of the Courier, but it's fine. And Union Gaming, they lose the Wraith King, but they find 3 kills. And another Ravage steal from... Like, how is Jericho... Oh, Puck just immediately vaporized there. A little bit too deep with the dive there, but space created for this tower kill. Deny. Oh, I thought he was going to get that denied, but I guess Visage Bird's hard to deny past, I guess, so...
Pretty hard to deny
They're
against,
fine
so
with
it's for the
that.
same reason it's hard to deny against, like, a Phantom Lancer.
I thought I saw the Anchor Smash. I think Jericho's just timing this perfectly every damn time and somehow not getting caught in the Ravage with his no blink.
Basically what happened is...
Magical.
I mean,
okay, I figured
yes,
it out.
Jericho's playing really well. He's staying very far back. He's waiting for the Ravage. He's not using his spell steal on anything else. But what happened there was in the last couple fights, whereas the Tide wasn't using Ravage at all, in this instance, he uses Ravage and then tries to use that stun duration to walk up and actually get the Anchor Smash on some people. But Rubik was just out of range of the Ravage, so he manages to walk up and gets it because he's not stunned. But I really think you need to play it safe, man.
I don't think he was out of range of the Ravage. I think Jericho was like at the far end of it, so he just managed to get the spell steal off before the Ravage reached him, because it takes time to radiate outwards. We'll watch it next time
true.
too, but I think that's what happened. Not 100% sure. It's just hard to really keep track in the heat of battle. Arrow gonna come through, not gonna hit anything, but Coil catches one as well.
Well, Dagon does a lot of damage, man.
Yeah,
That's a Dagon 5 right
It's a
now.
lot of well, it will be soon. That was a Dagon 4, but for all intents and purposes, as far as that Witch Doctor's concerned, it was Dagon 5 because he's straight up dead. Tidehunter's next to come down. Next to come. I'm sorry, team, but yeah.
That buys Rubik a Blink Dagger. Puck is taking this game over.
Smash.
Smash.
Blink silence.
It's okay, I have a Necro 3. Get your mana burned,
mana
idiot.
burn. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of mana gone.
Actually does a lot against Puck. It really hurts. Puck's quite squishy, but now you're just going to feed the money.
Oh, but I think A, what is A doing down there by himself? I'm not 100% confident, but I mean, Morphling split pushing, trying to get some farm, which is kind of what he needs to do at this point, but high ground getting approached, he has to come home now, so
he has his shotgun at least. He has his Ethereal Blade. So that's going to mean he now can really... It's a liability to try to go gank him because he can just solo kill anyone. Not to mention the damage in the fights, as well as being able to use the Ethereal Blade, not necessarily for the damage, but for the disarm on someone such as Benyaz or Mirana as well, is going to be great, and it's particularly good against Puck. So what Revenge can now do with this, with the Ethereal Blade is they can instantly take out Puck, and then they can ignore either Wraith King or Mirana and take them out. Because they've kind of been in this circumstance where they can't really focus on one because they can't ignore two at one time. But since they can take out Citadel right away, unless he just has the best phase shift of his life, they can take him out after a Ravage, which is really hard to phase shift. So after that, they can ignore one of them and take them out right away, and then I think that they can win a fight. As long as Ravage is not stolen by Jericho, who now will have an easier time doing that with his Blink Dagger.
Yep. Benjaz pretty much has his BKB as well here. Well, now he does have it, so... And just as I said, he killed enough creeps to get it, so...
There's a smoke up in the mid lane. Smash. He's been revealed. He knows that something's here. Morphling uses Replicate to come in. There's a ward watching both Puck and Wraith King. But the whole team's there as well. This is still a tier 1 tower. And Ravage going to use Anchor Smash immediately. That's how you do it. But only the clap was stolen. Jericho got it. But there's a split. Benyaz comes in. He just doesn't care. He's actually going to TP out. He doesn't want any part in this fight. And Morphling, he might be in trouble. Ice Blast is there, though. Visage Birds are doing a lot. And it's currently a 2-0. So that's the sort of fight that Revenge was looking for, making very good use of that Ethereal Blade and those cooldowns with the Ravage and the Primal Split.
Yeah, Puck's just the vast majority of their team fight control. Getting him out of the way immediately. Union Gaming, they just didn't know that Revenge was on the Revenge was on the other side of the trees, and Puck was at the front as opposed to the back. Just got completely wrecked. Oh, Smash coming in, gonna try and kill out Benjaz. Still has his ultimate.
He got cold feed as well.
He will die here once, but can they get him again is the question. Morphling's still at full health, though. Death Ward coming down. Benjaz actually taking a fair bit of damage. Gets Ice Blast as well. He will go down a second time. Iwo gets the kill on a mega kill streak now. And, well, Arrow going to come in. Will hit Cloister, but...
I mean, he's healing. He gets earned immediately. Oh, Visage Birds. Oh my god, that damage.
Goodbye.
Soul Assumption is there, but is it worth your life? I'm not sure if it is. Hey, he's got a lot of armor. He has a plate mail as well going into the Shiva's guard. Jericho's there to help him out in the backside of the fight. I heard a Dream Coil. It's going to be
Nice
catching
coil.
a lot of them.
Can I get the
But
stun? Point blank.
Tidehunter's going to be able to TP out all the Dagon, though, and the Visage Birds. Coming off of a Stomp with full damage, going to be able to get out. And IWO is the only one to get out there just with his Replicate.
The most important heroes for Revenge make it out. The Brewmaster and Morphling don't go down, but nice little turnaround for Union Gaming, getting something out of that fight at the end of the day. Benjaz not going down in vain, so...
What do you think about the choice of Lincoln's from Angel again?
I mean, it means you can't get shotgunned as easily, which is certainly one thing. I bet Puck will want one of those too. The Dagon 5 was nice damage, but not going to help you keep you alive so much. It's pretty much just for the shotgun. I guess you could block Drunken Haze as well if you eventually go DPS, but right now, I mean, not really going to be a target for that until she builds one more big item, so... Gotta be.
I guess maybe Angel's just like me and just wants to build Lincoln Sphere on every hero because he went in on Bat last game, and I think it was a little bit more appropriate last game than it is this game. Not to say that the item's ever really bad, but he might just be the sort of person that just wants to build Lincolns on everyone.
I mean, you don't want your Mirana to just die at the start of a fight. It's similar with the Puck. I mean, they both contribute a fair bit. You just don't want to get shotgunned immediately and have your team lose
Gives you
the
a
fight
lot of
just 'cause you
sustain
die.
as well.
Yeah, it'll help. The only real target ability to worry about is shotguns. That's pretty much the only reason he could care about that. But, Wraith King, they're going to find out this Replicate and just smack it. Kill it.
God, that's the tankiest Replicate ever.
Dude, the Drunken Brawler, man, it's legit.
Pretty good. Speaking of which, being a Drunken Baller Smash, we'll be going up for the Assault Cuirass. So just looking for mainly Initiation and Aura Bus, essentially, with the Necronomicon as well as the AC. And... as I think about it for like half a second, the Necronomicon makes a lot of sense just for the mana burn onto Binyaz, which we haven't really seen be too much of an effect, but I think that whenever the team fights get later on, and maybe Binyaz is more on the front lines and has a lot more sustain, we might see the mana burn become a bit of a factor, especially now that he doesn't have a magic stick. What do you think he goes for now? Do you think he goes for the MKB, or do you leave that up to Marana?
The Skeleton King?
The Skeleton
Wraith
King.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah,
the King.
Damage of some kind, either, I mean, Abyssal Blade's a good option. I think Abyssal...
Because you can build
might be the
AC
best,
on the
but-
Visage, you don't need to build the AC on the Wraith King.
It's true. I think... Well, his damage, his attack speed already with the Mjolnir Midas Armlet's pretty damn good. He really doesn't need to go AC, I agree with you there, so...
That Replicate
think
got
Abyssal,
wrecked.
I think Abyssal's the best choice here, just some more hard lockdown, but...
There are no
MKB
PKBs on...
MKB would help too, obviously, against Smash, so...
Well, because who gets a Hex? I mean...
Blink. Clap onto Cinderals, but he's really tanky, like you said, but Death Ward even being spent as well. He's just taking no damage. He does not care.
Gravekeeper's Cloak is really good, especially with the birds to help
He
you
just
out. Angel has
left
a DD. Drunken Haze blocked by Lincoln's value, but Smash blinks up to the high ground and meets an immediate Quill. Ice Blast is going to be airballed as well. And this is just going to... Wait, why is there a Sage's Mask there? But anyway, Arrow going to be flying, actually going to
Cloister
hit.
gets
I think he
absolutely
could have
wrecked.
probably turned around on that, but Visage in the backside of the fight wins fights 1v1 with other supports.
Cloister
That's why
does
that
not
really
get to live life by himself anymore, with the Verge just all over the map right now. It's really, really crappy
It
to
hurts?
kill. It hurts. It hurts so much. Oh my goodness, he got completely wreck-balled. I mean, he'll probably build towards an Aghanims now, so that'll help him a little bit, but as far as tanking up is concerned, I mean, and surviving the Aghanims birds, but, well, arrow to the pit will catch Tidehunter. Still the
Okay,
slowest
now,
roach of all
are they
time.
going to realize that fighting in the pit is a bad idea this time?
Dude, they have Necro 3s this time. It's easy. We'll have to see. I mean...
By the way, we didn't really mention it, but Morph goes ahead and buys a BKB, which I think is really smart. You don't usually want to buy BKB on Morph, you usually want to go Mantisile instead. But the BKB is going to negate a lot of the damage that comes out, namely from the Puck as well as the Visage and Rubik.
Oh, Puck actually eats the Necronomicon damage right at the start of the fight. Brewmaster ult popped on the north side, but on the bottom side, Benjaz trying to chase down Iwo. Gonna try and
Oh,
smack
the
down.
shotgun.
Shotgun on a Marana blows her up, and Lincoln's not saving you there, boyo. But Benjaz caught in a bit of a
doesn't
weird
have the mana
predicament.
for his ultimate.
mana is really low, you're right. He doesn't have a magic one. He can switch to Intreads and try to avoid dying when he comes down here.
Yep, he does it with the Entreads and Binyaz. He's going to just try to die, I think. He should not throw out a stun. Do not stun. Resist the urge to stun. But anyways, under the cover of Ice Blast, Puck is going to be able to make it out. And yeah, he just lets himself shatter and gets his ult, and voila.
Yep, he's level 16, or past level 16, so he doesn't really care that much if that happens, but Ravage is still up, so Revenge still more than capable of fighting with Ice Blast down for 25 seconds. Aghanim's blast at that. So
Smashy comes in onto Zinners, but I mean, who's killing who here? Smash is. Well, I mean, never mind. I guess they're fighting for evasion. Well, I mean, you're pretty tanky, but you're not that tanky. But yeah. God, that support is so hard to kill on the backside of the fight. Vinyaz is still fighting. There's a Strength Morph coming from IWO, and he's taking the negative earn charge. There's a Replicate kicking its own ass, but Tidehunter comes in, he gets the Ravage and the Anchor Smash right away, and they manage to kill Visage and the Wraith King, but Wraith King buys back. He's going to be TPing in. Fade Bolt cleaning up as well, morphing on such low health. There's a regen rune, though. How fortuitous. This reminds me of that one game with Cam when he was playing Morphling, but now that's a buyback completely wasted, and Roche is going to be there as well. So good fights from Revenge. They're really taking this quite well in the Morph.
That was a really patient and really clutch Tidehunter Ravage. I mean, I'm
absolutely.
Pretty sure without that Ravage,
right away.
Without that Ravage, Morphling dies and Skeleton King, Wraith King. Oh my goodness gracious, probably lives, but instead other way around. So nicely waited out, and it didn't get stolen that time, which is nice. But Rubik he actually got a kill with a stolen waveform at the end of there too. So he still did his best to get something done. But
that was his first kill of the game too.
Well, in any case,
Panda has AC also, so.
Yep.
Now
it's
Smash
more of like an older school Panda build. Since the Aghanim's upgrade and the Blink Dagger buff, we've seen a lot of Blink Ags and then kind of just into whatever. But this is a bit more typical. Like before the buff, we saw a lot of ACs on this hero. Just you don't need mana to spend it, so it's to use an AC. It's fine. Stay alive a long time. The aura is nice. It doesn't happen when you're in the ult, which kind of sucks, but he's survivable enough to keep it going afterwards with that Necro 3, so pretty good.
The other thing is, you lack a bit of armor. This is the other reason that AC it's pretty common on strength heroes, is just because you, in general, lack armor because you have a poorer agility game than most harder carries, such as Morphling, even PL, that just get a lot of armor just because they're agility heroes, so that's another reason why AC is quite good on him. Mirana is going to be going for her own Mjolnir here. I saw the Mithril Hammer earlier and thought that was going to be a Desolator, so they're going to be looking to fight through this evasion for a very long time because Puck took a detour for a Yule Scepter before going for a Hex.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been trying to go on this hero a lot. This is just another way to try and avoid burst. Instead of going Linken's, going for a Yule's and trying to Yule's yourself out of trouble, which is okay. And I mean, we've seen the Mirana that the Linken's doesn't save you per se, so I can understand this. I don't know, not really completely sold on this. I think the Scythe would have been a bit better, but this is just a more defensive option.
I mean, a Puck with Yule's Blink is almost impossible to kill because you can always Yule's to reset your Blink time because the Cyclone time lasts longer than that cooldown, as well as getting the Orb if you don't have a phase shift. So I guess he's just looking to be fully mobile, and this is actually a build that I really like, is to go for Yule's first on Puck, just also because the move speed really synergizes well, which you kind of lack, and so it's a good decision. Maybe the detour for the Dagon was a little unnecessary because they were quite far ahead. You would have a Hex now if he hadn't have gone for that Dagon 4, but still, I think they'll be able to last out. The only thing that really worries me about it is just it's buying so much time for Morph, who's almost got a full Butterfly if he wants it.
Yep, and Wraith King's gone for a Blink instead of saving up for a damage item, so helps him a lot right now, but into the late game, it's a one less damage and tank or damage and or tank item that you have in your kit. Like, I feel like an Abyssal would just be better at the end of the day. But if they can win some fights now with this Blink, then I guess it's gonna work out fine. But in the long term,
I think he just needs to go straight heart. Like, I know that there's an AA on the field, but he just needs to get more use out of his second life. Because right now he just kind of walks in and they just focus him. They just kill him twice.
Badly. Like, Mjolnir's good and all, but he just needs either a little bit of lockdown. I just think Abyssal Blade's just so good against the Morphling. I don't know. I don't know, man. Because, like, in a 1v1, I mean, if it's like a Morphling versus Skeleton King, Wraith King, Jesus Christ.
Dude, don't worry. Everyone knows what you mean. It's fine.
Oh, my God.
It's like when
Blizzard's going to sue my ass, but anyway.
Dude.
Anyway, what was I trying to say? I've forgotten completely already. I mean, okay, in a 1v1, Wraith King can't break a Linken's and then stun Morphling. With an Abyssal Blade, you can throw your stun and then smack him in the face with an Abyssal Blade. So that's one way to look at it if it's a 1v1 scenario. But obviously, most fights won't be 1v1. But more lockdown helps.
Wraith King's not coming back. He has a TP, but he's going to be trying to force a hand. The bottom lane, I think the Revenge, they have a better base-breaking team.
They can't
Well,
fight
Piranha
without
gets shotgunned.
Ben
Oh,
Jazz.
birds are going to be buying some time, but he's completely stacks the stuns on all of them.
I really don't think they
This
can
tower's
fight
going
without
down.
Ben
Why?
Jazz.
There's no glyph. Why are you doing this? I guess you're just going to try to trade. You don't want to fight. There's no glyph top either, so they're just going to trade racks. But Puck comes in. Dream Coil is there as well. Hits on 2. Going to be immediately
They
Dagoning
better
down
win the
AA.
crap out of this fight.
And
Ben Jazz
solo
came
something.
back.
Oh, smash. You might be in trouble, but the evasion doing so much work. Birds are there
Oh
as well
my
on the
God, are you
backside of the fight.
kidding
More
me?
pops to BKB. And there's a buyback from AA. He's throwing an ult from downtown, I guess, but the Yules is going to be up onto the Wraith King, and then by that I mean the Panda Yules. And Jericho, he waveforms up to the high ground, avoids some damage. Benyazi blinks up, but he immediately gets stunned by the Earth aspect. Arrow to fly, going to be scouting more than anything, and smash. Oh, he manages to barely blink and TP out to the high ground.
And Ben Jazz came back and didn't really help find any
Oh,
kills.
they're
on
range
them.
racks. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
They didn't find any kills except for a Witch Doctor. Like, he didn't stick with his trade.
AA
He
as well.
Like, if he's gonna come back, like, if you're not gonna come back before the racks goes down, just don't come back and get the trade. He came back and didn't help. They'd already left by the time he made it back, and just not particularly good decision making, whether it was a team decision or Ben Jazz himself. Not the right choice there, and they
How
just
did I
kinda
forget
lose
about
racks.
this item? So Morphling now buys up a full Scotty. This now is very troublesome for UG because the kiting on the Wraith King is going to be real.
They just don't.
It goes
I mean,
through BKB. It's wow. Actually, wait. You just replicated into his whole team. I'm like busy praising you, and you just please don't do that again. But anyway, Smash is there. He pops a Necro 3. The birds might be fed, but the BKBs on both sides. Binyaz, you can't fight. Oh, there's a Ravage, but stolen again! Blink Ravage again from Jericho. Fable there as well, but he goes down immediately to the Scotty. And the damage is there. Binyaz, he's already popped his ultimate. He's going to go down. It doesn't even matter. There's a buyback from Mirana. She's going to be coming in. Birds are going to be fed as well, but Dream Coil going to be broken. This is the other set of racks. This is getting to that later stage of the game where Morphling is just completely out carrying the Wraith King.
Wraith King does have buyback. Yes, he does, but
He doesn't have his ult, though.
yeah, without his ult, it can be a lot harder to fight. It will be back in 29 seconds. Do they have a glyph to spend? No, they do not. So, well, without him, they just... Well, I don't even know. He doesn't really help kill this Morphling now. With that Scotty, like you said, blink clap in. Just going to try and blow up his intervals, and they certainly do that. Easy peasy. Mirana on the run. Gets hit by the... Not the Scotty, the Shiva's guard. But, I mean, Morphling's damage is going to be a bit too much to deal with here, and without
He's
Wraith
full
King buyback,
agility, man. Like,
this is
he's
just
hitting like a
dead
truck.
racks. I don't know. I feel like this Dagon choice, they needed some more lockdown for this Morphling. They just were never able to finish a kill on this guy.
I think that UG just really did not capitalize on their advantage enough.
They just didn't build the right items, in my opinion. I don't know. That Scythe, this Puck just bought
Aside from,
everything.
like, if instead of a Dagon 4, if this, like, maybe his KDA looks, I don't know, man.
Oh, they're going to go and go, oh my god, Rubik's absolutely demolished, and Wraith King's still down for 10 seconds. They could possibly take this rack.
This is going to be Megas. Puck is going to go down as well.
not
Yules himself. Phase
killing
shift
this
as well.
Rax.
Going to be able to blink out, but, I mean, racks are going down.
Yep, and just finish it off, Iwo, please.
That's just Dota, man. A few bad team fights, and you can lose no matter how much of an advantage you have. That's why I love this game.
Yeah, Morphling just, I mean, I said it before, it was going to be him versus the world. Well, he's winning and the world sucks right now, and Smash contributed actually a bit more in the later phases than I would have thought on his Brewmaster, and the Necro Creep certainly helped that actually quite a bit. But, well, Benjaz going to go for one last glory maneuver, but ultimate from Brewmaster, Citadel falls immediately. Benjaz, man fighting these Pandaran illusions, or aspects, I guess, and they actually will probably just go down here. Yeah, so he just straight up dies, but it is Mega Creeps, so it really doesn't matter that much. Iwo turning on his BKB, going ham on Benjaz, but taking a fair bit of damage himself with that full Agi.
I mean, he can just strength more if he really feels like it. Tide Hunter might go down as well. There's a blink in. But still, like, the kills look nice. Like, all their scores look great because they built Blink, because they built Dagon. But you're up against Mega Creeps. Like, kills don't mean
Shotgun,
anything.
Jericho, goodbye. Replicate out. He's gone. Easy. Easy kills. Easy life.
He also just picked up a casual butterfly. Rayfire Blast still hits him.
Break that Lincolns from a mile away.
Did you ever see that that fails of the week where there was like it was in a dire side jungle, there was an anti-mage and there was a windrunner that came, the anti-mage was TPing out and she just throws a shackle to try to latch to here, but the anti-mage TP's out anyway. And then he's like coming down to the radiant side here and the shackle like latches, and there's just a DD like, and it just latches from across the map.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, this is convenient."
I'll take this kill, thank you very much. And
Like, talk about skill, man. Like he knows where the Wanderer knew where the TP was going to be to land the shackle.
it's I mean,
Completely not luck, of course. So
definitely not. And, well,
Wraith
looking
King
at this
did
game-
finish up the AC here. Had the plate mail, but if I were him, I think that I think you need the divine.
That
They
I
have
don't know.
insane wave clear. They have 2 Molnirs.
They
They
do.
have a Shiva's Guard. They have an Aghanim's. They have an Aghanim's on the Visage. But I mean, you're up against Megas, man.
they're not gonna find any money, and well, looks like we're gonna see a Mjolnir from Smash, so he's gonna start delivering a lot of DPS here.
Well,
pretty
this is
soon.
just to wave clear. Like he's gonna pick up the Molnir just so he can wave clear, because he knows that the only way that they can lose is if they lose a fight and there's somehow a creep wave in their base.
I mean,
So even if he's not pushing them out themselves, you just put a Molnir charge on one of the melee creeps, and it pushes away for you. It's so easy.
Masoku, what are you even doing there? Oh, yeah,
Is this Martin's Mysteries?
Is he?
All right, sorry.
I think he was just warding on the high ground and just like, all right, well, doesn't matter to me, man. I'll just do this thing. But well, Morphling trying
Morphling
to
comes
go
in,
ham.
shotguns, and he actually gets the ultimate. He's going to be popping his BKB. He's not strength morphing just yet, but he still is full agility. He could turn and fight eventually. Now he's strength morphing. Now there's a silence as well. You got to keep in mind there are Megas in the base. Morphling does go down. He does have buyback if he really needs it. In the meantime, the rest of the team was kind of ready, but it looked like Morph jumped the gun a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean they're it was kind of just they're clowning around a little bit since they had megas, which is a better time to clown around than most times, I will admit. But
You can still lose if you have Mega
yeah,
creeps.
they
but
certainly can. I mean, they're not down racks. They don't have any racks down, which makes it a little bit easier to deal with them. But well, he does have buyback, like you said. He'll be back in 67 seconds now, so they probably aren't too tremendously worried. But this just goes boosted travel in the eventuality of the TP into. Well, that's actually a lie. They can TP on the. I don't know, something. With
They can
Mega Creeps,
TP on the Visage Birds is
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Okay, yeah. So that was probably what I was reaching for, and just didn't grab with my head because I
Bam! Ice Blast to the face.
can wreck bench as. But well, going for the YOLO push down mid, leaving the Rubik back at home to just kind of.
There's a flank setup though.
Yeah, I mean without
If
Rubik,
only Puck had a Hex, man.
if that's a pretty good item, man. Morphling does buy back. This might be the time for the fight. Smash comes
Yep,
in.
Smash comes in. He has the Molnir charge on him as well. He doesn't use the split. Now he does. There's a Shiva's Guard from the Visage and Binyaz. You're going to go down, friend. That's your ultimate down. Masaku is there. He just pops dust for literally no reason except... Oh, Moonlight Shadow is there. But anyway, they're going to be going off. And Puck in the backside. There's the Ravage, though. Phase Shift is going to be used, but Morphling with full agility is going to absolute town as well. Puck is managing to get out, but Smash blinks in. He's going to be going on to Angel as well on the backside of the fight. A Dagon's going to be able to secure a kill on the Tidehunter, but there's a TP out from Mirana. Buyback from Wraith King because they're Megas wrecking their throne. You can't do anything. This is why Mega Creeps is so hard to come back from.
Yeah, I mean, he had to buy back to wave clear. That's kind of just the way of the world right now. But well, Puck finds Ancient Apparition somewhere. I guess right about here. But he's dead. And Roshan, I mean, better safe than sorry, I guess. I was already.
I don't know, it's money. I think the main reason to take Roche is just because you can and you want to deny it from UG.
I mean, they were just there. It's like, I guess we'll just do this thing. So they did it. Cheese to Witch Doctor where it really belongs. And, well,
Oh, yeah.
not a whole lot. There is one Moonwell left,
That Moonwell.
so that's good. Golden
It actually
Bay.
just says building.
Well, I mean, they can't call it a Moonwell because it's a Warcraft term.
I know.
But anyway, more creeps coming in. And, well, looks like Revenge is ready to end this one now. They're coming right on in. Necro 3's popped. There is a glyph, I guess, on Radiant. Doesn't matter too tremendously much, and they actually decided to win this fight for once. But they're taking their sweet time with it. I guess Smash has his ultimate.
There's a
back
Wraith
up
King
right
replicate
now.
that's going to wreck shop as well.
Yep, and eventually they might take a fight. Trying to go on Smash here with a Blink Silence, but not enough follow-up damage. He has his ultimate ready now. Can't blink because of the Fade Bolt damage flying through, but eventually... Oh, God, just Revenge, please. Just go fight them. Ay, ay, ay. They're waiting for this Tide refresher to fight, I guess.
Radiant's Ancient is
They have a refresher?
Well, not yet, but he just needs a little bit more gold. By a little bit, I mean like a lot more gold.
I was about to say, he's not close at all. Puck comes in,
Here it comes.
pops a Dream Coil as well, but Wraith King gets sent up into the air by the Panda, and Arrow's going to be landing on the Tidehunter though, but Mega Creeps are still wrecking the throne. Morphling is there with the full agility. He's just going to be right-clicking it. The Glyph is used, and BKB hit the throne and win the game. That's going to be it. 1-1.
And Revenge, I mean, Union Gaming kind of made some... I mean, it's hard to say how the game would have gone because Morphling is just a strong late-game hero, and Smash, after a bad start, did turn it around very well and helped with those fights a ton, for sure. But with some better item choices, I think Union Gaming just takes advantage a bit better when they had that lead. I don't know. They threw it away a little bit. It wasn't the most obvious throw in the history of the world, but the dig on Puck...
It wasn't a throw. It was just... Sometimes if you get
just some bad
complacent...
decisions, I guess.
Sometimes if you get complacent, well... You know, a team with a better late game can out-carry you, and that's the most scary thing about Morphling is just the fact that he was making sure he made a replicate of Wraith King in every fight, which did a lot of damage, and that's what makes Morphling just so scary late. Besides, obviously, all of the toolkits that he has, he can take your carry and turn him against you. So basically, he's a carry and a half when it comes super late. So.
And the weakness of that Wraith King carry is just he's ridiculously hard to catch up to heroes, and well, he had the blink, but you're taking a bunch of damage, not going to really help out too much.
And the whole reason they went with Wraith King carry instead of Wraith King support was just so that they could fit a Rubik, and he stole Ravage like a million times before 759.
He played really well. It just wasn't. It just
wasn't enough.
Didn't help enough later on. But at the end of the day, that's our series. It ends up being 1-1, so both Peruvian teams taking a win off of each other. So Union moves to 1-3, and Revenge moves to 1-5 in the joinDOTA League America Premier Division for Season 2. So. That's it from us for right now. There is a second game. I'm not sure. I don't think I can cast it because I'm busy after this, but you might take it. I'm not sure. We'll let you know on Twitter and Facebook, which segue. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Heflatv, and we'll let you know if we're doing that game or not. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook. Sorry, I said Facebook. Twitch at twitch.tv/Heflatv1 and Heflatv2. And also on YouTube at Heflamoke to catch the VODs of games that you may have missed. We have them up pretty quickly after the games, at least when the Euro people are awake to do the YouTube maintenance. So, well, follow me at Don Horatio, follow Roxas at Call Me Roxas. Is there anything else you want to say before we close it down?
I am going to cast the game. So
okay,
the channel will come down for a little bit. I think I might just be solo, which, it's whatever. So, but the game will be on this channel. It is featuring Union Gaming once again. They're going to be going up against Marachon. So, stay with us, and the game will be ready... I mean, I guess the lobby's up right now, so whenever Marachon decides to get in, which it looks like they're getting in, so see you in just a bit.